Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime channel. After Aokiji left the Navy due to his disagreement with Akainu assuming the title of Fleet Admiral, and more recently Vegapunk, ceasing to work for the world government and working for a while alongside the Straw Hat Pirates, revealing to the world the secret of the lost century. In today's video, we will reveal a new pirate who will leave the Navy to officially join Luffy's crew. Before we continue with the video, I want to quickly teach you how to access a course that can rapidly teach anyone, even if they think they have no talent, how to draw any anime character and create their favorite characters. Additionally, you'll get access to 2 amazing drawing technique books. And the best part is, they are free. Today's video is in partnership with Noah Williams from Anime Express. He's already famous for teaching people how to draw anime. Even if you think you have no talent, anyone can easily learn with his formula. So it's simple, you just need to click the link in the description to understand how everything works. Don't waste any time. I'm already ready to learn. How about you? Click the link in the description or the pinned comment and start learning now. As you know, many Marines fight alongside the organization because they believe it is the only way to make a difference in the world of One Piece, facing pirates and criminals. However, they do not completely agree with the decisions and orders of Akainu and the world nobles. We saw in the Great Battle of Marineford that this sentiment even made Koby confront Akainu's orders, trying to end the conflict. Now, we have the extensive revelation brought by Vegapunk, who is informing the world about Joy Boy and the actions of the Navy. Because of this, the loyalty of some pirates may change, even leading them to join Luffy for 1 or more battles, possibly even integrating into his crew. So now, we will see several members of the Navy who may leave the group and fight against their former organization. Let's start by talking about Gion. After the revelation that the world nobles are corrupt and evil people who only seek their own interests and not justice, the character Gion, known as Momusagi, could decide to leave the Navy and even fight alongside the Straw Hats for several reasons. She is a determined and temperamental vice admiral who is not afraid to speak her mind, even against a superior officer, indicating that she doesn't care much for orders. Additionally, when the Marines intercepted a communication between Big Mom and Kaido, Gion was at Redport reprimanding Garp for his lack of concern with 2 emperors targeting his grandson, Luffy, even though he is a pirate, because Luffy has become the sun god Nika, known for freedom and justice. Gion may see in them allies who share her vision of moral justice, even if it means going against the Navy's authorities, as she would feel that their administration is corrupt and goes against her sense of morality and justice. Now we will talk about Admiral Kizaru. Borsalino, a Marine admiral, has a completely different approach from Gion, but may still leave his organization. We know he is known for his laid-back behavior and unscrupulously following orders, yet he adopts a philosophy of uncertain justice. Kizaru acts with cruelty when necessary, but does not pursue extremist justice like Akainu. His tendency is to follow his whims and change objectives according to the situation, demonstrating a lack of commitment to a consistent vision of justice. Recently, Kizaru was seen in the manga doing the dance of Nika, the sun god, which may indicate that he believes or sympathizes with the ancient god Nika. As the current god of freedom, Nika, is Luffy, this could have implications for Kizaru's true loyalty and vision of justice. With the current revelations from Vegapunk, the events involving Kuma, and the conclusion of the Egghead battle, Kizaru might reconsider the Navy's and the world government's actions, changing his loyalty. Now we have someone already expected on this list, Koby and Garp. Koby, known as the Hero, is a Marine captain and a member of the Special Forces Unit Sword. Since his liberation from the Alvida pirates by Luffy, he has followed a path of justice and morality within the Navy. Koby has a strong moral compass and acts based on his conviction of what is right rather than reckless bravery. During the Marineford War, he risked his life confronting Admiral Akainu to stop him from continuing to take lives, buying time for Luffy to escape, demonstrating his courage and commitment to moral justice. This attitude shows that Koby values true justice and is willing to challenge authority when necessary. The corruption and selfish pursuits of the world nobles can be a great shock to Koby, who has always fought for genuine justice. if he realizes that the Navy, as an institution, is compromised by corrupt interests and not true justice. He may feel that he cannot continue to serve an organization that does not align with his values. His history with Luffy is also an important factor. Luffy was the first person to believe in Koby and gave him the opportunity to pursue his dreams of becoming a Marine. The deep friendship and mutual respect between them may lead Koby to see in the Straw Hats an alliance that genuinely seeks freedom and justice, away from the corruption of the world nobles. Finally, recent events, such as the failed attempt to capture Boa Hancock and his time as a prisoner of the Blackbeard pirates, may have reinforced in Koby the idea that true justice cannot be achieved within the Navy. After all, he may feel that Garp was abandoned after trying to save him, and Luffy's help would be very important at this moment. With this interaction, Garp may finally realize that for the new generation of the Navy to follow true moral justice, he cannot just wait for the years to pass, but must fight against the old administration and Akainu's absolute justice, thus also leaving the Navy once and for all. Following this, we also need to talk about Vice Admiral Smoker and his loyal aide, Tashigi. Smoker, known as the White Hunter, is a Vice Admiral currently stationed at the G5 base. Since his introduction in Logtown, he has been relentlessly pursuing Luffy, but has always maintained his own code of justice, different from the absolute justice preached by other Navy officers. His interactions with Luffy and the Straw Hats, as well as his own sense of justice, might lead him to reconsider his position within the Navy, especially after Vegapunk's recent revelations. Smoker has a strong sense of moral justice. Similar to Garp and Kuzan, he does not blindly follow the Navy's rules and has his own code of justice, which he instills in Tashigi. During the Alabasta incident, Smoker allowed the Straw Hats to remain free despite being pirates. This shows that he recognizes not all pirates are evil, and that true justice is not in blindly following orders, but in doing what is right. Throughout his interactions with Luffy, Smoker realized that although Luffy is a pirate, he is not a threat to global justice in the same way as other criminals. He let Luffy go after the Alabasta incident, recognizing that Luffy and his crew were on the side of justice by fighting Crocodile. This attitude reflects Smoker's ability to distinguish between pirates who seek chaos and those who, despite being outlaws, have a sense of justice. With Vegapunk's revelations, Smoker might begin to question even more the legitimacy of the Navy's and the world nobles' actions. If he discovers that the Navy is involved in activities that contradict his principles of justice, this could be the catalyst for him to reconsider his loyalty. Vegapunk, being a figure of great knowledge and involved in secret experiments for the world government, might reveal secrets that show the true corrupt nature of the Navy and the nobles. Fighting alongside the Straw Hats, who seek freedom and true justice, might become an option for Smoker. He might see in Luffy and his crew allies who share his vision of moral justice, even if they are on the other side of the law. Joining them could allow Smoker to continue fighting for true justice, free from the corruptions and manipulations of the world nobles and the Navy, being followed by Tashigi, who shares the same vision of justice and is loyal to Smoker, as well as having encountered the Straw Hats and been saved by Zoro several times. Lastly, we have Isho. Better known by his alias Fujitora, he is a Navy admiral recruited through a world military draft during the 2-year time skip. He is a proponent of humane justice. Isho has a strong sense of responsibility for collateral damage, as seen when he immediately compensated a shop owner for the damage caused while attacking swindlers. He follows his own ideals of justice, rather than adhering to the Navy's doctrine of absolute justice. However, he still respects the law, sparing Caesar Clown due to a lack of solid evidence against him, despite knowing that Doflamingo, for whom Caesar worked, was a criminal. Fujitora demonstrates significant concern for the safety of innocent civilians, prioritizing their protection over the desire to arrest and punish criminals. His vision of humane justice and responsible behavior indicate that he deeply cares about the well-being of ordinary people. Given Vegapunk's revelations, Fujitora might realize that the Navy, as an institution, is compromised by corrupt interests that contradict his vision of justice. If he discovers that the Navy is involved in activities that harm the innocent and favor the corrupt nobles, he might feel that he cannot continue serving an organization that does not align with his principles. admirals. The friendship and mutual respect that Fujitora could develop with the Straw Hats, especially with Luffy, who shares a vision of justice and protection for the innocent, might lead him to reconsider his loyalty to the Navy. If Fujitora sees that fighting alongside the Straw Hats is the best way to protect the innocent and pursue true justice, he might decide to leave the Navy. What do you think about this? Can you imagine any other character on this list? Comment and share our video with your friends. That's a wrap for today's content. We hope you enjoyed it and want to share your thoughts on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and catch you in the next video. Take care and stay awesome.